Hello, lovely humans of Earth. Welcome to yet another XFM Friday. This Friday is a little special because the stars aligned, and it just so happens that an XFM Friday is also my birthday, which is crazy. It's not exactly my birthday right now because I always record this one day earlier because that's just how my schedule works. But when you're watching it, I'm going to be, 31. How have I been 30 for a year now? I don't know how that happened. I don't know when that happened. I was enjoying being 30. 30 was cool. You know, the 30, flirty, and thriving or whatever, all that. Just like 30 sounds cool. 31 is closer to 40. Wow. I don't know. But whatever. I'm excited. I'm anxious. I'm nervous. I'm a roller coaster of emotions, people. Anyway, Series 2, Episode 15. But the lovely Rusty Dog, as always, these are amazing. I'm excited. I'm just pumped up. Okay. I need to calm down. I don't see myself calming down, by the way. I think it's so cool that, again, the stars align, and this is like one of my favorite things to do. I absolutely freaking love these, and I love Carl, and I love all of it, and I just think it's really cool that it just happened to be that way. Okay, all right, let's go. Okay, I'm ready. I'm sorry. I psyched myself up. We're good. Okay. Hello. Okay. I'm nervous. Okay.
Happy birthday, Mandy.
Aww.
Have an awesome day.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay.
Mandy, yeah? It's me, David Brent Master General from the office. In the hot seat. Big time. And happy birthday from me. And Rusty Dog, who's paid me loads of bunts to do this.
Oh my god.
Bunsen burner, nice little learner for me anyway.
Oh my god.
But Mandy from the Mandy Kane Lane YouTube channel. Yeah? And apparently you love Cole Pilkington. Head like a fucking orange. Yeah? But he is a funny little ape, isn't he?
Yes.
He's funny. But good. Enjoy it. Enjoy your birthday. You probably get a cake. I prefer flan, if anything. But
oh my god.
Good.
The laugh.
But, yeah. I'm sure Alvino will flow. Alvino will flow. Yeah. Me lager, Finchy lager, Gareth lager, sometimes cider. Different drinks for different needs. You know. And you know what I was saying? Live fast, die young. Not my way. Live fast, sure. Live too bloody fast sometimes. Die young, die old.
Yeah,
you know.
That's the plan, I guess.
So
that's my reward.
Anyway.
The mannerisms.
Yeah, it's a bit of philosophy for you. If you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. Do you know which philosopher said that? Dolly Parton. And people say she's just a big pair of tits.
They're pretty massive.
Huh?
Oh?
Anyway.
This
I'll look
is
out
amazing.
on your channel, have a little look. Maybe get me on there.
You're on.
Celebrity.
You're right there.
Yeah? See you later.
That was amazing. The mannerisms are so... That was perfect. That was amazing. That's so cool. Oh my god. Thank you so much. It was all spot on. So good. Oh my god. My face is kind of on fire right now. That was very, 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 very cool. Okay, I'm going to need that clip separate, please. Oh my god. Okay, thank you so... David, that was just the coolest thing. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I really appreciate it. You guys are just... Oh! Being the youngest of 3 kids, it's just like, just everything was always like, ugh, you again? And just stuff like this kind of just heals that little inner child in me, so thank you. Okay, gotta get back to XFM, and now back to the show. But that was just amazing. Thank you so much. My face is on fire. It feels like a bajillion degrees in here. But that was so cool. I'm gonna watch that like a million times later. Awesome stuff. Just amazing. I'm impressed. That was so cool. Okay. Whew. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go. That was just awesome. Oh man.
Yeah, the smooth indie sound of Richard Ashcroft. Science of Silence on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. Joined me is Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington.
It was an excellent link, that, Rick. Did you
You
say
rock.
nine at one point? 104.9.
Say what?
That, Rick. Did you say nine at one point? 104.9?
Did I?
Other than that, it was
Again,
textbook.
Yeah, a desperate
enough.
attempt at being articulate.
Sure.
But let myself down.
With your
See,
lack
this is the
of
good thing
understanding.
about the boxing thing, because there's no chance of me, slurring
a fool
the
of
words.
yourself?
No. I already slurred my words.
Yeah,
so no one,
exactly.
any damage will be totally fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
dear.
doctor's rushing
It's
in.
on
I think
brand,
they're having
though.
a concussion. Jane just going, no, that's just the way he talks to me. But because I'm thinking maybe, did you start the show with that particular kind of manner? Just because obviously a lot of new listeners, I imagine, thanks to the massive poster campaign, and you obviously weren't impressed there.
That's
and charmed.
there's a few examples today of irony coming back and biting you.
Yeah.
That seemed like a funny idea at the time, me posing that up. But Jonathan Ross phoned me up when they first went up and he just said, I've just seen a big poster of a predatory gay.
Yeah. Yeah, you do look a little bit.
Yeah. Hello. What's your name? Would you like to sit down here?
I would have never thought that
And
of
then you're in the
him.
background. And also, I think the funny thing about having you as a partner, I mean, the only good thing is that you look weird and tall, like too freakishly tall and lanky.
Oh, yeah,
but in
yeah.
that one, no, because your background and you're smiling and lanky.
There's something I want to talk about the tallness of a certain person, but talking about it, because I saw a video on it and everybody was so mad in the comments because talking about the height of a certain person was a spoiler for a movie. I know, weird, trust me, I know, but okay, maybe if I don't say the movie, maybe that'll work. I don't know. I can't remember if he's Italian or what, but there's this kid. He's actually really young. That's way taller. I don't think he'd fit in my room. The guy is ginormous, okay? And he used to play basketball and stuff, and he had to. Well, he wasn't really good at basketball because he was so freaking tall. Like the guy wasn't agile enough. He wasn't fast enough. He just kind of stiff and stuff, and had, I don't remember what kind of health condition. I don't remember if it was heart related or spine related. Both make sense. So he got into acting, right? And there are pictures of him in a behind the scenes of X movie, with all the actors and actresses around. And it's way worse than that picture. It's amazing. Like, the difference between this kid and the main character, actress, person in the movie, he's at least double. And she isn't a tiny person. So that's just amazing. That right there, that is bonkers. I don't know how tall those people are. They don't look like short people. That's bonkers. But this guy is even more bonkers. He's bonkerser. It's hard to say, but I don't want to, just because, again, it's important to the plot that you don't know what movie it is. You'll either figure it out or we'll talk about it later in the comments. But just, I had to get that out because I've seen it so many times already. Like, the same kind of video keeps popping up, and the difference is amazing. I'm always shocked at how tall people are. I guess because I'm on the shorter side, and it just amazes me.
Weird and tall, like too freakishly tall and lanky.
Oh, yeah,
but in that one, no, because your background and you're smiling, you don't look as weird as you do in real life, or as freakishly tall. So it sort of ruins it a little bit for me. Look at Pilkington. Look.
Pilkington, what are you
He's
doing?
not listening. He's just opening a packet. What are they? McVitie's. See, we should mention them. We get some
What?
free ones if anyone at McVitie's are listening, because we're not getting the perks of this.
Nothing.
Sort of.
I'd say I'm not getting anything. I really got in this game for the ladies.
Bruce
for the money,
Springsteen
for
tickets?
the voiceover work. Certainly,
Yeah.
I'm seeing hide and hair of that.
But you're not getting the voiceover because Jethro's getting all the parts that you might get.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, Rick. Yeah. You were the voice of what? The drink driving campaign? You sound like a man who was run over in a drink drive incident. I mean, it's like you don't drive.
Yeah, but I didn't get any money for that,
You
did
drink
I? Oh, did I?
heavily.
I can't remember.
It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, talk
I don't
about
drive, yeah.
the-
Well,
the
that's good, I
kettle
don't
and
drive.
pot blast
No,
and
it said
everything.
don't drink and drive, so I've chosen just
But
to
at least
drink.
I can formulate sentences using the English language, and I'm not getting the voiceover work. What's
But yeah,
what's
the
yours then?
English language of the 14th century.
Well, it's
Oh.
better A, English language, and English language. Rather than whatever kind of Middle England language you speak, the language of the hobbits.
Alright, Carl.
Alright.
See, you're eating a biscuit. I can't believe it. Are you bored with
Why
this
was
already?
he wearing
Eating a
gloves?
biscuit. Alright, Carl.
Alright.
See, you're eating a
Joe,
biscuit. I
biscuit.
can't believe it. Are you bored with this already? Do you know what? MTV called me last week. They called me again yesterday and said, when can they come down to do a... Oh, they're coming down next Saturday, by the way, to do a little screen test for you. They're going to sort of just film you with a little camcorder. You said this. They're going to film you... Are you alright? Do you want to... I mean, are you hungry? Do you want to go out and have a meal? I can't believe you're eating while I'm on air.
No one can hear that.
Do you know who I am?
No one can hear that.
You know what's true? I can't hear him eating. I can hear when Ricky's doing anything, honestly, like with fiddling with wrappers, or apparently the squeakiness of his chair, and just a lot of things. I cannot hear Carl. So,
Who I am?
he has a
Do you
point.
know who I am?
No one can hear that.
Explain who I am.
Well, that's Ricky Gervais, right? He's made his name on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, he's done any number of corporate gigs, and they pay silly money. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's earning, and really, earning beyond his talent. Alright?
So, I
mean,
think
this
I
is,
deserve a little bit more than a little mank eating a biscuit while I'm talking.
Rick Gervais?
Yeah.
Have you won a BAFTA?
Yeah, too.
Alright, so,
Yeah.
just a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl,
Well,
what have you
the-
won? What have you won?
I got a bronze certificate for doing a full week at school.
It's only in bronze.
That's exactly.
What's that then?
Good
3 5 days?
and I got me a little Crusaders badge, if you
What's
remember.
the little
what?
Crusaders badge?
If you
Crusaders
remember.
badge for the religious club. So,
Oh, was that the fella that you went and played
You had to go
ping
and
pong
convert
ball, so
Muslim,
they wanted
did
to
you?
talk to you about God?
yeah.
Yeah.
You got a Crusaders badge, did you?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
you
I went.
actually
That's
got a
why I
badge for
joined.
it?
That's why I joined.
For the
I
badge?
like the
For
little
the
badge.
badge.
Did 4 weeks and then packed it in. But we're talking about MTV, right? And I was feeling a bit nervous, wasn't I? About like, the way I look
Right.
and what have you. And then I watched a bit of Celebrity Big Brother and all the fuss that Mark Owen's getting. And he's not that good looking, is he?
He's very... I want to be Mark Owen's mate. If anyone...
Is that a real question? Like, I mean, my particular tastes are weird, but I can understand how that's conventionally attractive. Maybe it's not like my style, but I can understand. I mean, I get it.
knows Mark Owen, or Mark Owen's listening, I want to be his mate.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's brilliant.
I think he's a nice lad, but what I'm saying is, right, all the girls go mad over him,
Yeah.
and he's not that good looking, is he?
Well, no, he's got us to... It is in a certain way, isn't he? That sort of non-threatening sort
Yeah,
of...
but he's not stunning, is he? Do you know what I mean?
No, but, no...
Well, what's your definition of a star?
Yeah.
Well,
Who do you like?
someone who you look at and you go, God, they're good
Which
looking.
bloke do you fancy? Which bloke?
What bloke do you think's attractive then?
So if I was into men,
Yeah, yeah.
in fact, you can still say a bloke's a good looker without fancying him. And that.
Who do you think
You
is
know what I mean?
attractive?
Probably.
He's being so careful with it. I love it. Just the pre-care before he says anything. Oh, man. Great.
Oh. I mean, it depends what you're looking for.
No,
Well,
no, just
just-
look,
just
just
what
look.
did you
Just look,
look
who you
for?
think
Because
is-
different looks as
Of
well,
course,
isn't
yeah.
it?
No, who would you say was
Um,
attractive? Who would you say was, like, stunning in your definition?
Stunning's a
A
strong
good looking
word.
lad.
Yeah.
Good looking lad. Oh, look at him over there. He's. Ooh.
Do you find, Robbie Williams, do you find him attractive?
He started it. Like, you would think he would have had somebody in mind to compare the Mark Owen guy to. Like, he's not stunning like this person, but he's got nothing. Are you kidding me?
Boy next door, look.
No, who do you... Carl, hurry up, because it's, we've only got 2 hours.
Probably. Do you know, I can't think of one offhand. Mark Owen is pretty good looking then, really.
Well, there's not. Just name one bloke that you think's an attractive guy. There must be one bloke that you've either met or that you've, seen in a pub
TV.
Who do you think
or on a
is attractive?
poster.
Tell you what.
Go on.
Tell you what.
Poster.
Works here. Young Alex Zane.
Alex! Well, we know Alex. Maybe we can fix you up.
Oh, I love you, Alex.
Got suspended. What? So he thinks that's stunning, and the other guy's just meh. Each to their own. But okay. What ifs? Talk about, and he said Robbie Williams is boy next door. This looks very boy next door. This looks like a neighbor, not a stunner. I mean, I can easily picture that guy, coming out of the apartment across the hall from me, just taking out the trash. Boy next door. But do stunners do that? Do stunning looking people take out the trash on their own? I don't know. I'd have to ask if I ever meet one.
Oh, I love you, Alex. You got
You're such an idiot.
Brilliant. I love that. That's like a ride song or something. That's my favourite one.
Ride-ish.
Ride-ish.
That was very in-betweeners. Oh, friend. My friend. That was just the same.
Feeder. Just the way I'm feeding. Ride-ish. Feeder. Just the way I'm feeding. On XFM 104.9.
Rick, quick question for you.
Go
I'm
on.
thinking, a lot of people maybe are tuning in for the first time because of the advertising campaign.
Sure.
Should we reintroduce Carl again? I know we've done this a few times in the past, but just worried that people are going to not really kind of get the
He's
measure
not on
of
the
him.
poster.
Off their new listeners.
I'm Ricky Gervais. I'm the one off The Office.
Yeah.
Steve Merchant. He's not the one in The Office. He's not Gareth. Some people think he is. He's got a funny, weird West Country accent that actually Mackenzie was affecting for the role. Steve wrote it with me. He's
Dude,
talking
I'm sorry.
funny,
That's
weird.
kind of just like the stuff of nightmares. Him without glasses. It's eerie, isn't it? Something's definitely missing on that face.
West Country accent that actually Mackenzie was affecting for the role. Steve wrote it with me. He's the tall, lanky fella. Carl is our sort of, I say producer, but he's the one that pressed the buttons because I was
Dog's
too.
body.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just because I was too big to run the desk.
Yeah. Too
like
important,
I used to have to do.
Literally too big. You couldn't get it.
Yeah, and then
reach
we
the
discovered that. He looked a bit like a boring sort of, alright, yeah, but then when we sort of, poked him with a stick, he came up with, he doesn't realise, but some of the I think, some of the
some of the most
funniest
extraordinary things I've ever heard.
Say hello, Carl.
Alright.
Yeah,
Well, classics, I think, so far, that have gone straight to the list include, have you ever used a Y front correctly?
yeah.
Brilliant.
You never see an old person
Eating a Twix?
in a Twix.
That's,
These are sort of things.
extraordinary
He's
things.
back on his campaign to get rid of jellyfish. Why is
Really?
that, Carl?
Oh, did you see the paper yesterday?
Go on.
Do a thing.
There's a jellyfish, right? It's about 15 foot long, about 5 foot wide, and there's a fella swimming next to it, and the
5 foot wide? Do they actually get that big? That's crazy. I'm 5'3", so it's width. That's crazy. That's a lot for jellyfish. I didn't know they get that big.
paper's going, oh, look at this,
Sorry.
we fella swimming next to it.
Okay.
And the paper's going, oh, look at this, we've found, there's loads of them in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's because the water's getting hot, so it's making jellyfish really big.
Oh dear. How's the campaign going to get jellyfish get rid of them?
What's your point about jellyfish? They don't do anything.
There's no
They're
point.
big.
They get in the way.
They get
It
big.
ruined me holiday,
Uh-huh.
because I got stung by one.
Yeah.
But you think the same thing about Liverpudlians, and we can't just go around, wiping out things that ruin
well,
your
let's get the
holiday.
jellyfish first. And then,
Then move on.
Then we'll see
move
where
on
we're
to
at.
the Scousers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what they do, and I'm trying to look on the internet. I've been busy this week.
You're jellyfish
That's
now,
it.
not Scousers.
Yeah.
You don't know what
I don't know what they do either.
to sort of try and work out what would happen with the sea if it didn't work, because they say, like, if there's
What?
no...
Wait,
slow down.
See, this is what we're talking about. People who've listened for the first time, they've got to listen to every word you say. You want to find out what would happen with the sea if it didn't work?
If jellyfish weren't in there, do you know what I mean? Because
Yes,
stuff like coral,
I understand.
apparently the sea would be in a right state if you didn't have any coral
Yeah.
in it. If fish, do you know what I mean? I always worry about how many fish we're sort of eating. Because you go past...
Sorry?
No, do you know, like, you go in Marks and Spencer's or Selfridges...
There's loads of fish in there.
And there's really fancy stuff that you think they've killed that, and it looks good on the counter, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But is anyone going to buy it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a big, like, a shark sat in ice.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, they've got like a lot of fish for
You sure you
sale.
won't go around the Tate Gallery?
No, do you know what I mean? In
I've
Selfridges
never
and-
seen a big shark sat in ice in Selfridges.
They do it. And it's like, you go in the morning and you can go back at night and the same shark sat there. And it's
I've seen that
So you know it's
before.
the same shark.
Not at the store. Sorry. Not at the store he's saying, because I don't know what the store he's saying is, but I've seen that before. Just, they leave it like face and all. I never stopped to think, who's going to buy that? I thought they just basically chopped it up and sold you pieces of it. Like, you know, steaks from a cow. I don't think anybody's buying a whole cow, but maybe a couple slices of it. This is an awful topic, by the way, but I appreciate that he's doing the research of the importance of jellyfish if he had the option to get rid of them. Like saying, oh, a bee stung me, get rid of them. No. Bees are important. So I feel like he's checking that and trying to see if jellyfish apply or not. At least he's being a conscious Thanos type thing, trying to get rid of them. At least he's working it
the
out.
same there. And it's
So you know it's the same shark, do
it's
you?
the same one.
So, what, same face?
Are you sure he just hasn't lost his mum? And he's just like, he went
Look.
shopping with her Christmas shopping, and he's just like, he's stranded, he doesn't know where, he's just waiting.
You know I'm right.
I've never seen a shark in Selfridges.
No, I'm right.
Well, alright, then say maybe that's one day a week, but on other days they'll have like...
Shark Monday. I think,
yeah.
Selfridges. Today at Selfridges is Shark Monday. Yeah.
No, it's just that...
So your point is that there's all these fish not being eaten,
yeah. So
and
they
they're being killed.
They've taken them out of the sea, no one's eating them.
and you're worried, what, that the sea's gonna rise because the more things you take out?
Well, we're just going to run out.
Because the fish drink it, don't they? And that keeps the water level down.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
well, you know what I mean. There's stuff
Was it you
that
who
worries
said
me.
you're worried that... Was it
There's
you who said
stuff
that you were
that
worried that...
worries me.
Because, you know, there's sponge in the sea,
Yeah.
but if they took it all away...
No.
Like, was it... Is that him?
That's a Stephen Wright
Is
joke.
that Stephen Wright? What was the joke?
Sponges grow in the sea. That kills me. How deep would it be if they didn't? I love the fact that he confused you with Stephen Wright, who for a living purposely says ridiculous things.
Yeah.
Does that worry you, Carl?
Well, think about that and play a record.
What do you want?
I'd love to, a classic, a beautiful song by Simon and Garfunkel, April Come She Will. April Come She Will, Simon and Garfunkel.
That was in the days when they kept songs short.
Short and
the
sweet. What do you think of that, Carl? As a track?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you like that, do you?
It's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. That's Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington for you.
Introduced.
Coming up on the show, we've got Educating Ricky.
Beautiful.
I'm not happy with this.
Oh, really? Because the
Oh,
last few weeks have
no.
been genius. What, it's a drop in quality, is there, of the education of me?
Well,
Jeez.
it's just, like I said, I've wasted a lot of time this week searching on the web, right?
With the
You
jellyfish?
waste a lot of time searching on the web because you come up with things that aren't true. Why don't you look in books and verified sort of like
The
journals?
web is the new book, though, isn't it?
No.
The
It is, it's a
web
new
is the
library.
new book.
It's the
been
new
going
library.
wrong.
Yeah.
Well, so I've been
Okay, imagine the quality of Educating Ricky, like proper quality for what he wants to achieve with Educating Ricky, not so much quality as in comedy content, the proper quality of educating, like the word educating properly used, Ricky, if he actually went to a library and looked up stuff in encyclopedias. Like, we would be learning some very interesting... It wouldn't be as entertaining, obviously, but we would be learning some very cool and just interesting stuff, man. I'd rather it this way. Don't get me wrong. Ricky we all rather it this way. I get it. But can you imagine? Like, especially him where he likes just kind of like freakish stuff or whatever. Just grab random books of anatomy and medicine and you know, there would be weird stuff there, but no. Let's go to the web.
Been searching, is hardly anything. I spoke to you in the week. About Monday or Tuesday.
What did you say? There's nothing happened this week in the world.
There's nothing going on. There was a new car wash that you can put dogs in.
There was a car wash you can put dogs in.
That's the only thing that's happened in the world.
And that and the jellyfish, and we've covered that. So, so we've got, I've managed to find some bits.
That and the jellyfish, we've covered that. What was the jellyfish? That there's hot water in Japan, so they grew large? Wasn't it a week ago where they thought heat stunted your growth or whatever? Like, what? Okay.
But it's not that good. Rockbusters, managed to find some bits, but it's not that good.
Okay.
Rockbusters.
Yeah. Oh, we've really G'd up, so that's coming up, the thing that's not that good.
Yeah. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
Can you just quickly tell us about the car wash with the dog in it?
I don't know what's the
That
story.
didn't make the top three.
I didn't waste that much time on it, to be honest.
What did it say?
It just said, you know, how busy are you? Have you got a dog? How about saving some time? There's some car wash out. It's not a car wash, it's dog wash. You take it down there, put your coin in, put your dog in, and it comes out clean. See, there's nothing in it.
Is this called a bath, isn't it?
No, but it's like a machine.
Right.
There's a machine. But we'll, you know, that's why I didn't pick it.
Fair enough, Carl. Fair enough.
So we've got some of them bits coming up. Rockbusters.
Yeah.
Rick, can I just explain some of the prizes we got here for Rockbusters? Because I just want you to try and picture, if you would, the kind of XFM listener who'd particularly want this collection of gifts. You've got the best chill out album ever. This is the one, as I said before, that's largely made up of songs you may have heard in adverts.
Sure.
So you've got the Volvo advert on there.
Yeah.
You've got the T-Mobile TV. T-Mobile.
Brilliant.
That's on there. So
Isn't this the same one as like last week and maybe even the week before? How many copies of this do they have? Are they just not actually giving out the prizes? Or do the people that win it say, nah, I don't want that, keep it? Like, what's happening?
So look forward to that. Again, just imagine which XFM listener is particularly looking forward to Top of the Morning with Terry Wogan. His 2-disc set there. You got.
Oh my goodness gracious! The font on the bottom is terribly chosen. I can't read that. I guess it's 38 something from the notion something horrible. Award-winning breakfast slime. Either that got contorted in some kind of Photoshop something, or that's the worst font ever chosen ever.
A 2-disc set there. You got. It starts with we've got the Bangles on there. We've got Billy Joel, River of Dreams, Shine On by Mr. Christopher. So
that's good.
Just look forward to that.
Oh dear.
We got the Only Fools and Horses last year's Christmas special. We gave one of those away last week, but
That's cool.
Still more to shift.
Do I spy a little free
Yes, it's a
car?
little three-wheel trotter independent trading
Another
three-wheel
one.
car. So that's there as well.
Ooh.
So as I say, if you like fairly
And
mediocre comedy,
little Jonathan Ross's face there.
Yeah, on the back.
Goldfuss.
Isn't that like highly insulting to almost everyone? Fairly mediocre comedy. Isn't Only Fools and Horses like the best sitcom ever? I don't know if it won awards. I think it won awards. And it's just one of those that's highly recommended. Like every list of best British comedies, you always have Blackadder. And then Only Fools and Horses and a couple more. Actually, you get The Office on a lot of lists. They should be proud of that. But I mean, I always hear just wonders. It's on my list. I haven't watched it yet because there's so many seasons and so many episodes. I'll get around to it at some point, but I've never heard the word Only Fools and Horses altogether. That's that's a very weird word to put together. But also, I've never heard Only Fools and Horses with mediocre. I feel like he's just being salty.
And maybe
little Jonathan Ross's face there.
Yeah, on the back.
Goldfuss.
And maybe you also want Jerry Halliwell's Body Yoga DVD, Rick. So
Sure.
got that as
Yeah,
well
well,
for
that's
you.
good quality.
And then just a few token XFM kind of things. We've got the Manic Street Preachers DVD and the U2 best of.
And tell me, Steve, how do the lucky listeners win these?
Rick, I'm glad you've asked. What they do is they email in with the answers to Rockbusters, which is a quiz.
Hold on, though. How do they email if we don't know the email address?
Rick, again, thanks for asking. Thanks for flagging that up.
I
Ricky
love them.
Gervais at xfm.co.uk. That'll be coming up shortly. try and get into the mindset of Carl Pilkington. A lot of people have been trying to email in answers, trying to think through kind of logically, or maybe based on the rules that they've picked up over the years.
Or when he says it in a cryptic clue, they believed him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've just got to think more like a mentalist to try and get.
First of all, right, the prizes that I source every week.
Explain yourself.
What I said to you we're doing between now and Christmas, because it's just a few weeks till Christmas.
Right.
I thought I'd make up sort of family packs.
Okay.
That the winner can
Something
have
for everyone.
Say like there's a nice U2 album in there, right?
Yeah.
So the winner might want to keep that, but they can get rid of the Jerry yoga thing.
They can give Only Fools Nurses to Uncle.
To the dad.
To the dad, yeah. I think the mum would love the Terry Wogan.
Yeah. The
thing.
yoga for your sister.
Right.
Yeah.
And all that.
So that's what you thought through, was it? Or was it that there was a load of junk in the office?
Or did you scoop them up with 2 arms and it's as much you could carry down the corridor?
Can you imagine giving away prizes with the mentality of you can give that junk away at Christmas so you just don't have to shop? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh wow.
Yeah.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
But, but that's me workings on why you've got all that.
Oh,
That's
brilliant.
horrible
Excellent.
workings.
That's coming up.
And me mum sent some more.
What we also needed
Your
there
mother,
is
he's got a letter from his mum.
My mum.
The idea of I can't help it. The idea of a prize is something that person would want to keep. Like, you can't make a prize of something that just, it's so awful nobody cares. Because if it's something that's not good enough for the person that wins it to actually want to keep it, why do you think if they give it away, the person they're giving it away to would actually want it as well? Like, no. That's just something, like, say the winner gives the yoga thing to his sister, and then his sister's like, oh, okay, I didn't get a gift for my coworker, I can just give her that. And then it'll just keep cycling between people, and nobody will ever care or want it. That's awful. That's a horrible prize.
Did some more Rockbusters.
He's got a letter from his mum.
My mum did some more Rockbusters for us.
I reckon they're secretly listening, Carl. They've said they're not listening, but I reckon they are. Does that worry you?
well, let's play a record and then let's hear your mum's Rockbusters.
Bit of Warren.
Carl, you know you're right on XFM 104.9. I had to meet the doctor for this fight thing in the week, and it's the one who's off Big Brother.
Psychiatrist.
Yeah, and but she's a medical doctor and she's sort of big in the boxing sort of world as well. And one of the tests, I had to do a punch test. The other test I had to do was to get in the bod pod.
Really? The same as Fat Swallow?
Yeah.
And he wiped it down since he was
yeah. And I was a little bit nervous. And
so what does this do? What exactly does it do?
What it does, you do a displacement sort of calibration with a known volume.
All right. Just bear in mind that Carl's listening, so if you want to explain that.
What it does, Carl, is it works out your density.
Okay,
right?
again.
Through displacement, it knows how much what your volume is for the air displaced, right, in this thing, and
in layman's terms, what does it tell you?
Would it work?
It tells you. It knows what muscle weighs. It knows what fat weighs. It knows your average density of your skeleton, what height you are. So it works out from your volume and your density. It can work out, therefore, probably what percentage of that is muscle, fat, bone, etc.
What if you put in one of those?
Oh God!
Oh, go on then.
No, go on. What do you want?
I love when he
If you
gets
put in one of those pug
offended.
dogs.
You put one of those, what?
What do you mean? What would it do?
What, like on Ricky's
Because
lap?
it's all skin and
What
fur.
do you know those dogs that are all wrinkly and have got too much skin for the skeleton?
Yeah.
And it's all like caving in and folding over.
Yeah.
Would the machine go, well, we know what you are, so it's all right? Or would it say, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You have to appreciate his curiosity. See, this is something I can totally just relate with, because who doesn't have these kind of questions? I have these kind of questions. I don't know what that says about me, but I appreciate the curiosity, because yes, I mean, it's just random and it's out there, and maybe he asks it in a stupid way, but I feel like this question is relevant and well thought out, and it's nice that he wants to know.
Right.
I too
or would
want
it
to know.
say, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like last week when you were laughing at me about...
Why do you want to confuse machines? Do you remember when he put in Y to a computer search engine to try and confuse it? I love the fact I want the computer to come back. Why not? And your head explode. I mean, I love the idea that you're trying to. What? I mean,
It's better than what I thought you were going to say, which is, what if you put a fly in there?
Well,
Do you
I
come
heard
back
about
half
that.
man,
I said
half
don't
fly?
let a fly in. Yeah. But anyway.
So anyway, what percentage of you is muscle and what percentage of you is fat?
I'm.
Oh, the way he has such a problem with fat. The way he says it, he has such a problem with that. What part of you, how much is you is muscle and how much is fat? Like, oh, dude, get over it.
So anyway, what percentage of you is muscle and what percentage of you is fat?
I'm 25% fat.
25% fat.
Yeah.
Now what's Rick Waller?
And
He was like
most of
90%,
me is
wasn't
muscle. Because
Sorry.
bone density and that. Rick Waller was 60% fat, which I've looked into it, and apparently is exactly the same as a pork scratching.
he? Wow, that's extraordinary.
So he is.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. I don't know what that is,
of a
but that looks
30
great.
stone
Yeah, a
pork
giant pork
scratching. Yeah.
So is 20% fat, is that good or bad?
no, 20%'s alright, 25's over.
Right.
But didn't he say 25?
Men, healthy, fit, lean men.
Also, but the thing is, he's always compared to these two, which these two are tall. But Ricky, he's not that tall. So 25% and somebody that's not that tall.
About
guess it's a lot.
18, 20. I'm
Right,
25.
so you're a healthy, fit, lean man?
No, 18, I'm 25.
Oh, you're 25?
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
so
right.
I'm 5%
Yeah.
over. And a boxer,
not a lot,
that is in peak, you know, with that, basically, you've seen the ones, they just look, you know, like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
They're 8%.
8%, wow.
fat. So,
Is that
I mean,
good for you?
well, I don't think it's that bad for you. I mean, you know, you need a
Because
bit of
did
fat.
Bruce Lee supposedly, I mean, there's so many rumours, I'm sure you're fascinated by them, Carl, conspiracy theories surrounding Bruce Lee's death.
Yeah.
One of which is that his body was, it's at the peak of physical perfection. He had an aspirin because of a headache, and it reacted with his,
Yeah.
because just the impurities in the aspirin killed him.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
I
nodding.
love
You're nodding.
because it's sort of like quite interesting and a bit weird.
Yeah,
He'll have
yes, that's fact.
that. He'll have
Well, are you aware of the fact that supposedly he actually cheated death, he actually faked his own death so he could work undercover for the Hong Kong police? Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Do you believe that as well? Not
They
so-
spoke
not
of
so
this
convinced.
before.
Do you believe he could kill a man by putting all his energy into a trembling hand and touching him and every blood vessel burst?
Well, it's just another form of trickery, isn't it? I mean, you met up with Darren, didn't you? Old
Met with Darren Brown, yeah.
Darren Brown.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah, he's probably the Britain's best illusionist, if you don't mind me saying.
So that's like the British version of, oh, what's his name? David Blaine. I never liked David Blaine, but I feel like that's the same level of just illusionist.
Yeah.
I'll talk
You can put
about
that on a
later.
poster if you want.
Tell you
Yeah.
what, though, right? Changing the subject a bit.
Go
we were
on.
talking about a fly getting in that pod.
Yeah.
Read in the week when I was searching for stuff to educate, you know, the Educate Ricky section.
Yeah.
Which we will be
Do you want to
ditching.
answer that phone, because it's annoying me? Who's phoning?
I don't know, it's obviously someone who doesn't know that you're talking at the moment, so leave it.
Let him finish your point, let him finish
It
his
could
point.
be, it could be,
Leave it.
it could be the head of...
Leave it.
Yeah, go on.
Could be
The head of
XFM.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm
No,
thinking
no,
myself
no.
on awards, but I really go, we must
No,
answer
I
the
won't be
phone.
embarrassing him. I going, don't call me when I'm working.
Nice. Right. Fighting
Yeah.
against the machine. High
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
Raging against the machine.
So
Says
anyway,
ever.
yeah, right, we were talking about flies
Yeah.
getting in a pod. And do you know, like, how a Barbie doll, if it was real, it wouldn't be able to work?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Right,
A
yeah.
Barbie doll, if a woman had the...
Proportions.
Yeah, she wouldn't be able to tie her shoelaces up and stuff, because her legs are too long for her back and all that. Flies, scientists can't work out how they fly.
It's a bee.
It's a bee. It's a bee, not a fly.
No, a fly as well.
No.
A fly is, apparently its body is like too big for its wings, and they still can't work it out.
Yeah.
How it flies.
Which in your mind says what? Something spooky going on there?
They have worked out that they... It's the fact that what they do... The
What?
wing actually beats a ridiculous about 150 times a second, so it displaces air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have
I know
worked
what you
out.
mean. I know what you mean. It's incredible that it can fly because it's got such small wings.
Yeah.
The way he just brought
It's a
that.
bee, not a fly.
Sometimes he just like, I don't get why he does it. He just brings it down, trying to be like the smarty pants of the group and trying to just be like snobby about it. And he just totally brings down the tone because we're having fun. It's a fly. Is it a fly? Is it a bee? It doesn't matter. Nobody knows how nothing flies and blah, blah, blah. And it's like fun and light. And he's like, no. They do know. Like, dude, shut up. And I know it's your show, but shh. If you're gonna, inform, which I don't think is wrong either, it's fine. Have a better demeanor about it.
Yeah, but other than that, good point.
Bowie.
Oh,
He just
another
feds
classic.
everybody up.
Be My Wife off the Low album, David Bowie. David Bowie.
It's a cracker.
Be My Wife off a Low.
Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Rick, my frustration with the homeless.
Yeah.
They wind me up. I was walking through Soho last night. I saw a homeless fella reading a book.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, if he's got the wherewithal to read a book,
Yeah.
right, he's obviously, he wants to keep himself occupied, his mind educated.
Yeah.
My point is, why not, instead of reading a book, have a quick look through the job vacancies section of the Evening Standard, or maybe just take the time to fill in some kind of application form for, maybe, a
So
job
what
or
you're
something like
confusing
that.
there was
No.
is the ability to read with the ability to house yourself.
Well, no, because what I'm saying is, it seems to me he's obviously got a certain, grasp psychologically of, his where
They're
he's
not
like-
mental, people who haven't got
Well,
houses.
a lot of them are, Rick. I've
Well,
seen
a
them
lot of them
dancing and shouting and screaming, and pissing in doorways and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
going
again, you're
crazy.
confusing homelessness with trampiness.
Well, again,
Some
Rick,
people just have
listen,
left home and they haven't got a...
Gervais, I'm not a sociologist.
No.
Sorry if I can't spot
Clearly.
all the clever distinctions that
Yeah.
a trained expert such as yourself can.
Well-
all I know is there was a fella reading a book.
Well, you know the ones that have got beards and
Right.
sing little tunes and they
They're my
smell of
favourite.
piss.
They're my favourite. They
Right?
are brilliant.
Yeah,
They
and
are funny.
they're drinking special brew.
Yeah.
Especially the one. That's an alcoholic tramp,
Yeah,
right?
they are.
You know
They're
the ones
funny.
that sit with a dog or sell big issue. They just haven't got their own place.
Right.
Do you see?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
again, I mean, because it is tricky finding a place, I know, because I had to move house recently, and it's a nightmare. I had to get, estate agents on it, and I had to go and see a load of places, and I was doing a job as well, I still managed to fit it in. This guy's just lounging around on the street,
Yeah.
so I'm surprised
He should be able
can't
to
find
find
the time.
loads of places to live.
I'm surprised he can't find the time to visit a couple of different residences.
Yeah.
Because there's some pretty cheap ones, if you go kind of a bit farther out of London. Maybe it's because he wants to live in the Soho area, and frankly, it's expensive.
What I'm confused about is the number of homeless people that recognise me and say they enjoy the office. They've got to be watching it through Dixon's window.
I think that's probably demographic that's sort of hung over from some of your previous TV work.
The 11 o'clock show.
Yeah, or stuff like that.
The
or,
ones that used to
the
set
chat
fire
show.
to
Yeah, exactly.
tramps and the French for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm fighting whether to say something or not because I obviously I know whatever I say, people are going to defend him saying, "Oh, he's just trying to be funny." Okay, fair enough. If he is just trying to be funny, I don't know if it worked out, but okay. But he seems to be forgetting the whole thing that basically shit happens. Some people just are dealt a horrible hand. Some people run away from home because their home life's horrible, like when they're young. There's a whole lot of things. Nothing wrong with a homeless person reading a book. I don't get the issue there. Again, if it's just for ha-has, it wasn't a ha-ha. And he's like, I like how he's quick to say, okay, if you can read a book, just, fill out a job application. What do you know he hasn't? And he's waiting on an answer. You don't know that. You don't know the homie situation. People just happen. Sometimes people split up and they end up with nothing, or the wife takes everything, or just family dies and you find out in the will that they had a whole bunch of debt you had to pay. Stuff happens. Stuff just happens sometimes, okay? You fall behind in your mortgage and the bank takes your house because that year your son got cancer and you had to pay the hospital bill. Stuff happens. Unfortunately, the system is quite broken. And it just sometimes stuff just happens. And there are a lot of people that are just unfortunate in some situations. Yeesh. So there's actually people that go around interviewing homeless people in, I think it's the States. I don't remember what state or what city. And a few of the ones I've seen were really young kids. They were just turned 18, just turned 19, and they ran away from home because they had abusive parents. And I'd rather live on the street than live in that situation. There's some people that go that far. So, yeah. Again, if it was just sarcastic for the ha-has, I miss the ha-has. Not even Carl or Ricky are laughing. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funnier thing that was just said with that is that they recognize him from The Office. But
Some
Yeah.
of the exactly.
Tramps and the French for me.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the weirdos.
sure.
Or maybe sort of people who watched, have watched the show and then have fallen on hard times since then, I don't know. And this is not necessarily linked, I mean,
No,
possibly.
I wouldn't have thought so. Carl's lost.
That could
Carl's
be.
lost in this conversation. Carl, are we boring you then?
No, it's just, I don't know, it's a bit tight, isn't it?
What?
Because it's like, I sometimes think it could have been me. When I see homeless people and that,
Yeah.
I just think, I nearly killed a man once. It could have totally changed my life.
You want to slow down there. You just want to back up for a second.
yeah,
Just
what?
back up for a second.
No,
You didn't
like,
kill
like,
the
like
man.
that time when I was in Wales, right, and I picked up a big piece of slate and chucked it off for the cliff.
Wait,
right?
a big
I picked
piece
up
of
a
what?
big piece of slate and chucked it off for the cliff.
Oh yeah, I remember. I asked what slate was before. Okay. I remember.
Wales, right, and I picked up a big piece of slate and chucked it off for the cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it nearly hit a fella.
Yeah.
Right, in that split second, if he would have decided to sort of go and pick up a shell that was close to the
Headbutt
sea,
the slate.
it could have hit him,
Yeah.
and it would have killed him, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sat here today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just all about luck, innit?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Sometimes.
don't know, that's about it, really. That's
That's the point. That's the political.
What was the
sociological
point again? That you there for the
Well,
grace
it's
of God
just-
go on?
Yeah, no, he's saying, you should count our blessings because,
you go.
anything can happen.
Yeah,
you never
sure,
know what's around the corner.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what-
if
that's what I'm
Carl hadn't
saying.
met us, he'd still be in that little room making jingles. Now he is a respected household name.
Do you think he packed the book before he left home to become homeless? He thought, right, I need the clothes, I'm gonna need the
become
cigarettes, I'm gonna
homeless.
need the dog and the piece of string, and I probably gonna need some reading literature as well, because I'm gonna get pretty bored, like just sitting in the street
Yeah.
begging all day.
Do you, maybe it's
So
one of
maybe
those-
I should take. I want
or-
to catch up on some of the stuff I haven't read.
Or maybe it's one of those themed holidays. You know those trendy middle class people?
Right.
They go on like the adventure holidays and danger holidays. Maybe the latest one amongst sort of like yuppie types
Yeah.
is homeless holidays.
Exactly, yeah.
They pay like £10,000.
Exactly.
And they really
They get a
the
little area of
experience.
sort of the streets of Soho.
And people come up to them and abuse them.
Yeah.
They're all
Shout
paid.
at
They're
them,
all
yeah,
actors.
Yeah. They get beaten up at night when they're sleeping under a bridge.
They they get to try a really safe sort of form of heroin.
Sure. yeah. That sounds brilliant. Now that's worth marketing.
Themed
Rick.
holidays.
Themed holidays like that. You could have homeless.
Yeah.
You could have like rent boy holidays.
I don't know what that
What
is.
it's like to be a rent boy for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then they have to
And make a little bit of money on the
They
side.
have to wean them off it.
Exactly,
At the
yeah.
end, they go, no, don't keep sucking it.
You can
You're
stop there.
finished now. You're a bank manager again. I've just got the taste for it, to be honest.
Can that happen?
Ooh.
No, it's worth knowing if that is a possibility. that's worth knowing.
Carl's worried. What? We haven't said anything.
Haven't said anything. We're just
We
talking
haven't
about
said
possible
anything
holidays for
wrong,
people to
Carl.
have.
Don't there's be no complaints. We haven't said anything. The word suck, as far as I can work out. No, it's not a banned word on the radio.
Is it Rockbusters time?
Yeah, Rockbusters.
Well,
Yeah.
let's play a tune and we'll come back with Rockbusters.
What do you want
Are
to
we going to hear your mum's before we have
Best
yours?
holiday I've ever had.
I'll get a taste for it. That's a new American band called My Morning Jacket from the Sweat Bees EP. That's called Lowdown.
Like that.
Yeah, nice.
It's good, yeah. I brought in some adverts, my favourite adverts to play.
Really?
I
Yeah,
thought we
they're all
had
new ones
Carl's
as well.
mum's
We got those now?
Rockbusters.
Can we hear them?
Do you want to do them now or keep them listening
No,
and play
do-
them later?
No, do them now.
Yeah?
Oh, they are good.
Ready? XFM.
That was
XFM
very
indeed,
glitchy.
Steve.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around here.
What are you looking at?
Well, I was just looking at some of the emails, and if I can find it, I got an absolute treat from you.
Go on.
Dickie Anderson.
Of
Is he,
course.
Anders, he's emailed in again.
Richard Anderson, our biggest fan.
Biggest fan. He said, Dear Ricky, sorry for not tuning in recently, only I've been busy watching a puddle evaporate. Glad to hear you haven't tinkered with the show's winning formula by trying to introduce any quality into it. That's from Richard Anderson. So good to have Dickie Anderson listening again.
Oh,
Because
God.
he just keeps us on our toes, you know.
Yeah.
And good work,
Fair
Rich.
enough.
Thanks for that.
I wonder what he looks like.
Dickie Anderson.
Yeah.
I think he's a good-looking guy. For some reason, I've always imagined him as being slightly older, with maybe
stunner.
a beard.
Oh, no,
Do you know
I
what I
think,
mean? Like
I
a
think
kind
of
of-
him... I think of him as sort of cords and now and sweater.
Definitely chorus.
I think he looks like, maybe the Proclaimers.
Yeah, but
Right.
again, with a beard or at least a moustache.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm seeing some kind of facial
And
hair.
he's sort of like, he's sort of, he likes The Cure and this and that, but,
I don't know why that was so funny to me. I I don't know why I'm saying some kind of facial hair. Like he got stuck on the facial hair for some reason. That was funny.
And,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know why I'm seeing some kind of facial
And
hair.
he's sort of like he's sort of he likes the Cure and the Swiss Nut, but he snarls at everything. He thinks everything's puerile.
Yeah.
I bet he prefers Radio 5.
Do you think Radio 5?
Yeah. 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
4.
I bet he's a real music snob as well. I bet there's certain bands, it's like rubbish. The Blazing Squad, rubbish. All pop music, rubbish. Britney Spears, rubbish.
Is this defamation of character?
Leave Britney alone.
He slagged you off enough times, Rick, and the show. I don't know.
And I'm
if
only
that's
saying it's my opinion. I
Exactly.
imagine. So
yeah, I mean,
you
we
know.
don't know. I mean, you know, you could be a lovely guy.
To be honest, I'm getting to like him.
What I like about Richard is he's willing to say what he thinks.
Well, it's not. It's more than that.
He's a bit like Eminem.
No, it's more than that. He actually hits on the truth too often for my liking.
Yeah, well,
I mean, this is a shoddy show with very, very little to offer.
You got to remember though, it is a bronze-winning show. We did win a bronze award at the Sonys last year.
There you go.
One of the most coveted of the awards.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
bronze.
In my opinion, the bronze is slightly better than the gold.
Well, a lot of people don't win the bronze, Rick. You got to remember that there's not many people who
you see,
win
it's
the bronze.
gold.
I remember there was, I don't remember in what sport, but there was a kid that won a bronze medal in the Olympics. The ones that passed, like, recently. And he was posting pictures of his medal saying, like, he was complaining that it was rusting and stuff. Dude, it's a bronze. Like, it's made of bronze, of course. And he's like, oh, just after, like, 1 week of lending it to my friends. And, you know, I don't know if he went swimming with it or what, but he was just, like, wearing it for, like, a whole week, letting everybody touch it and stuff. And he was complaining that it rusted. Yeah. Like, what'd you expect?
You know, gold.
Remember that there's not many people who
You see,
win
it's
the bronze.
gold. Gold's got no intrinsic value. It's just a currency, and in my opinion, bronze is better.
Well, yeah.
In a way. Carl, Rockbusters, your mum's... Carl.
Your mom's
Yeah,
Rockbusters.
no,
Listen.
we did get a bronze, but this year we introduced Rockbusters. Things will be changing.
Take that.
So,
Hey, we didn't introduce Rockbusters, Carl. Please don't tar us with that brush.
Yeah.
You know what I think is really fun? That you got Steve and Ricky that love Dickie Anderson and all his, you know, just complaints, basically. All his banter and his faff. And I love how Carl actually takes it personally. Poor thing. Poor baby. Like, he takes it really to heart. He doesn't like Dickie Anders, does he?
And also, do you remember the show that got that bronze? Was the show with the complaint that was upheld by the radio authority.
Was it really?
Yeah, the show that got the award and was nominated was the one with the only upheld complaint we've ever had.
Do you think if we hadn't discussed that particular subject for quite as long, we could have got the silver?
I think
Why
it
not?
was the mention of, and I say this meaning male birds, of all the cocks.
Right.
Yeah. But do you think the Sony committee was going, I enjoyed the show, if they hadn't
Touche.
mentioned cocks,
Yeah.
meaning birds,
Yeah, bee birds, yeah.
I'd have given it the silver.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
Rockbusters then.
Yes.
Chance to win all that stuff Steve was talking about before. We give initials and a cryptic clue, and it's a band, and there's three of them, and you email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Yeah.
Right? Do you want some of me mums?
Well, I think before you give us your own, we should hear your mum's, just to sort of set the tone and for
Well,
people
she's
to get their
I feel like they were way too easy, though. Like, way too simple.
heads around the whole
She
idea.
sent some more, they're still not that up to scratch.
There you go.
First one, this group are nice on toast.
Marmalade.
Jam.
Well, here
Yeah.
he said jam.
Which one?
Jam.
Okay. Marmalade would have worked.
Marmo's just as good, yeah.
Yeah.
This man liked his wine.
But I'm not on. I'm not familiar with bands. Like, this would be to me Dionysus? I don't know how you say it in English, but
This man liked his wine.
Dean Martin.
I went to the Greek god who was often seen with a drink and also sang "Little Old Wine Drinker Me." Fair enough, nay bad.
What?
Never
So
heard
no
of him.
cryptic clue, just a man who drinks.
But like, you know, like a myriad of rock
I
stars
was
and pop
thinking
stars who
it.
like booze.
I love that. His wine!
I don't think anyone would have ever got that.
That's fantastic! This man liked his wine, Dean Martin. This man liked his golf. Oh, clubby chip face.
making fun of his mom.
Crosby?
Bunker Smith. Bing Crosby, yeah. He liked his golf. Yeah, that's genius. This man
man
liked
walked
his
races.
wine.
Just a couple more. Hope you're not speeding when you meet these.
The police?
The police.
Oh, it's great.
And,
Oh.
is there any other good ones? Sounds like these lads work for the hospital.
I love that they all start with sounds like and stuff like that. What? Okay, sounds like these lads work for the hospital. Is there a band called the Nurses or the Doctors or something? I don't know.
The porters.
Say that again?
Sounds like these lads work for the hospital. Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Right.
Never heard
So,
of those.
we'll-
Carl, I
Okay.
have to say, if there was
Them.
ever, in the future, any doubt that you were your mother's son, that would pay that. Believe me,
It's
you are a
great.
chip off
Well,
the old block.
okay. Well, let's so we have a little record and then educating Ricky and Rockbusters.
So
When the
just
show
remind you, if
really
I can,
starts.
of the prizes. Jerry Halliwell's yoga video, DVD, I think it's the latest one in that particular series. So if you've already worked yourself up to, you know, you're looking pretty good, but there's
Yeah.
still a little bit of flab maybe around the arse or breast area, then Jerry can help you out there.
Yeah.
We got Only Fools and Horses. This is the Christmas special from last year.
I feel like that was just aimed at women for some reason. Men can do those too.
Yeah.
We got Only Fools and Horses. This is the Christmas special from last year. Jonathan Ross was giving that one his morning show this morning. I don't know if they're just
Oh,
trying to
you're
get rid of
joking.
him. Top of the morning to you from Terry Wogan. That's his 2D CD.
I'm sure they were giving that away as
You've
well.
got the likes of Love Theme from Top Gun, obviously Take My Breath Away by Berlin, that's on there. What else we got? We got The Pretenders, you mentioned them earlier. Alison Moyet's on there. Annie Lennox featuring Paul
I
Simon.
still call
Do we
her
not have
Alf.
a movie?
Loaf is on there. I'm talking of the meat variety,
Oh.
obviously. Miss Tina Turner on Silent Wings. There's an incredible selection there, perfect for saying mum or a deaf aunt. That's the Manic Street Preacher's Greatest
How's
Hits
your
DVD.
aunt? Anyway, how's your aunt, the one who farted for 5 minutes, Carl?
Also got the U2.
not been that well.
What's
up with her?
The best chill out album ever.
More gas.
That's
She all right?
Yeah, she'll be alright.
Yeah.
The hell is Steven
I've
reading?
not been that well.
What's up with her?
The best chill out album ever.
He's
She
still
all right?
reading the song.
She'll be alright.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so that's the prizes up for grabs.
So we were having two conversations
Yeah.
there. I think we're a little bit too relaxed in
That
this
works
show.
great on the radio.
I mean, people tuning in will just think, do those three people know they're going out live? Or is
Yeah.
that a conversation, like, between the records? It's... Do you know what I mean?
It probably sounds like the record is playing.
Was that Eminem?
Yeah.
It's... Do you know what I mean?
It probably sounds like the record is
I
playing.
think it was.
We think the record's playing
Yeah.
and we're just chatting.
Oh dear, what we got, Carl? What we got? Carl. Carl.
One opportunity.
Carl, come on. Eminem. Lose Yourself. Back on form there.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a good tune.
Good. On XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Carl Pilkington, more importantly. Carl, come on then.
Right.
I need some education.
No, it's Rockbusters.
I know, but I need
Rockbusters.
education. I need
I
some
know you're
education.
terrible, but we've promised some Rockbusters.
Educating Ricky, I will be ditching before Christmas.
Why?
It will be going.
Why? Because there's nothing out there.
It's just struggling. I was thinking on the way in today, I can either do, doing something more with Steve, because we've done, like, the Ricky angle. Either we can do,
Educating Steve.
no, either like a bit of a call my bluff type thing, but it's like a con merchant, and I have to, like, trick you.
Okay.
Con
Right, so
merchant,
I'm the
I like
con,
it.
and you're the
Two truths
merchant.
and a lie?
And
When-
then, I was thinking something that you just do some work, and you have a moan for a bit, and that's a bit, that's like a wine merchant, that you just, like, whine on about something.
But he does that every show. We already got it with the homeless people. We got it with, particular people, heavy people on the, like, celebrity lose weight show. I don't know what it's called. He's done it about fat people. Like, he always has a rant about something. The money. Having to pay money or losing money or something money. Like, we get that all
Just,
the
like,
time.
whine on about something.
Again,
The pun comes first with you, doesn't it?
You've worked out that first.
Yeah.
That's like, I
Okay.
told you I've come up with a couple of sitcoms for me.
Go on.
One is I've got an imaginary navy called Merchant's Navy.
Yeah.
I've got a navy in it. And the premise is I've got a navy.
Yeah.
And another one is I live in...
And that's as far as he's got as well.
Yeah, that's
Just-
all I've come up with. If you've got any ideas there, Carl,
Yeah.
then that'd be much appreciated. Another one is I live in quite a salubrious part of North London, and that's called Merchant of Little Venice. And I live in Little Venice. Again, I don't know what happens. But,
What do
any
you mean
ideas,
what
Carl?
happens? You
You
live
I've got
there.
one where I play an Italian waiter, and it's called Shut Up a Gervais.
Yep.
That's
So
pretty good.
that's the one we're working on there actually to follow up with The Office.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do.
Oh, the delivery could have been even better. That was great. I like
something
that.
with
That was
And it's
funny.
called Shut Up, a Gervais.
Yep.
Shut up, Gervais.
So that's the one we're working on there actually to follow up with The Office.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We'll do something with that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, we've got Rockbusters.
Okay.
So,
Lovely.
these are mine. Number 1.
Uh-oh.
You've been dunking that for too long.
Oh, snap.
That's LB.
Dunking to me says basketball or donuts. What do I do with that? I know the clues here are most likely dunking and too long. Long basketball. I don't know. Okay, no, not gonna happen.
Right, so
Dunking that for too long.
Oh god, that's too easy. That's
Is
too
it?
easy.
always tease them, don't I? Give them something to make them feel like they're going to win something, and then I hit them hard with a tricky one.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah,
Is
go
this
on.
easy?
So, the first one, so that's the cryptic clue for a band or an artist. Their initials are LB, and
Yeah.
the cryptic clue, you've been dunking that for too long.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. Second one,
Is there a band called like Light Biscuit, or you know where you dunk a biscuit in your tea too long it gets soggy, like soggy biscuit but with L? Is there a word for soggy with L? I don't know. Clearly.
you won't be able to play that game in this pub, because the table ain't big enough. Right?
Wait, I need
Could be an old artist, could be a new one, could be a band.
What's the initials?
FD.
You won't be able to play that game in this pub because the table isn't big enough. Fire darts? You don't need a table for fire darts. And I highly doubt fire darts is a band. But it sounds like a cool game. I kind of want to play that now. I'm out. Okay. I don't want to waste too much time.
FD.
They're
You
still
won't be able to
working.
play that game in this pub. The table
background.
ain't big enough. And the final one, well, I've had a rubbish day, so I'm happy it's over. Right? That's the third cryptic clue. The initials being GK. Right?
Gene Kelly.
Well, I've had a
I don't see how that'd fit though. Is there a band called like Good Night, but night with a K, like the Good Nights? I don't know.
rubbish day, so I'm happy it's over. They're the three clues. All you got to do is email in ricky.gervais.
That's great. That's genius.
Okay.
The last one.
Which
Right.
one?
That is
Don't say any-
genius.
don't say
That's the
anything.
best one you've ever done.
Oh, I
Right.
want to know it now.
Ricky.gervais.
Dang.
That's great. And then the middle one.
.co.uk.
Okay.
Email in them three answers, you win the stuff. We have still got Educating Ricky.
Looking forward to that.
Go on, August.
Is Grace Kelly an artist? I can't remember. Was it Gene Kelly or Grace Kelly? But I'm trying to see how that would... Nope.
Have one. Let's have one.
No,
Just
I'll give you the titles.
give me titles. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Right, you've got 3 bits of info that's gone on in the world.
Okay.
Or,
Possibly.
Sort of information.
Older times.
Older
Never go
times.
further back than the 17th century, do we?
Well, no, let's make it clearer. There's 3 bits of information that people have put on the net. Whether or not they're true,
Well,
Yeah.
different issue.
Well-
And that he still gets it a little bit wrong in
Oh,
translation,
yeah.
and sort of adds bits to it. Yeah, go
Right,
on.
so we've got...
I love it when he plays out those historical dialogues.
Yeah,
You know, it's like the 15th century where he goes, so anyway, a bloke says to himself, I'll tell you what I'll do.
So the horse isn't happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Right, so the three that you've got to pick from, you've got Get Your Kit On, We're Off Down.
I think it was Mock the Week. I can't remember what video that I said there was a kid that made a bomby looking thing. It looked very similar to that, but it had no case like on top, and it was just wires everywhere. But very similar.
Down the Butchers.
Okay, whoa.
Got, Get Your Kit On, We're Off Down the Butchers.
Close. Okay. What?
Yeah, let's get your kit on. We're off down the butchers, yeah?
We've got Wash Up With You.
Okay, cute. I like that one.
With you.
What's up with you? Ah! Yeah?
And the last one I couldn't really think of a good title for, so it's just, why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something?
Oh, play a record!
We've got to listen to a book. This has got to be a book.
God.
Chapter headings.
Play a record.
Oasis, Live Forever on XFM 104.9. Right, we're in the swing of things.
I love that he added
it's
or
It's
something.
mine and Steve's favourite bit of the whole show. This is what we do this show for now. Educating Ricky.
Yeah.
Go for
Yeah.
it, Carl.
Who said that learning can't be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for the one. What's the one about the butcher going down the butcher shop?
You've got Get Your Kit On, We're Off Down the Butchers.
Yeah.
You going for that one?
Yeah.
Well, do you know the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, well, don't give away a secret.
Right. Well, do you know how it came about?
No.
Well, ages ago.
You know what's really fun? That his educating Ricky stuff, for some reason, like he's complaining that he's not finding stuff to educate Ricky, and he just kind of got stuck on the origin of just bizarre sayings. Like, obviously you're gonna run out real soon. Most of them are pretty straightforward too. Like they're not that out there. Some of them are kind of weird, but like most of them make perfect sense. Or make enough sense. But that's why you're not finding anything, you silly man, because you just got stuck there for some reason.
Before, like,
Ages ago. 17th century?
yeah, before, like,
Yeah. 17's good. Yeah.
before, like, you know, proper butchers and Dewhursts and supermarkets and that.
And what?
You and Dewhurst.
Yeah.
What's that?
Before, like, you know, proper butchers and Dewhursts
What's the second thing he's saying?
and supermarkets and that. You used to get these blokes who sold meat, right?
Butchers, they were called then, I think.
Yeah, but the difference was they didn't stay in the same place, they moved about, right? So they'd turn up on a street
Travelling
corner,
butchers?
Right.
and he'd have, like, loads of carrier bags of, like...
Carrier bags?
Yeah, with meat in and that, and people would
Plastic
be like...
carrier bags?
Yeah, with
whatever.
mobile butcher on them.
Yeah.
Right, so,
And an
people,
email address.
Yeah, go on.
people went, right, yeah, I need some meat, right? So they'd go up to this bloke and say, what have you got? And he'd say, well, I've got a, you know, you can have a bag full of pig, or you can have whatever, a bag full of chicken.
Where are we
whatever.
going with this?
And they'd go, yeah, how much? They go, oh, you know, call it a fiver, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd buy them, and to make more money, they didn't always fill the bag with what they said was in it,
I knew, I thought that might be the case.
right?
Yeah.
So what
Did
they
they
used
ever
to
put
do?
cats in there?
Yeah,
But I don't see what...
Okay, so sometimes they would put a cat in the bag
They put a
and
cat
pretend
in
it
the
was
bag.
chicken or whatever else.
yeah. So
But why was a cat any cheaper than a chicken?
because cats are wandering around the streets, aren't they? Chickens aren't. So they'd get a chicken. They put a chicken on the top so that when they look in it, they'd go, yeah, that's all right. Got a bag full of chicken. They'd get home to make the dinner,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, what are we having tonight? And they'd go, well, you'll never guess. And they'd have, like, you know, well, you can have a chicken leg, and, you know,
But
we've
it wouldn't
got-
be, it would be a
we've got-
cat. They'd have to defrost a pizza.
Yeah.
Did they mind that they were eating cat then? In those days?
He didn't say. He just was saying about the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag. It's like, you know, if they see that, they're gonna go mad.
I'm mildly disappointed with this story. It's alright if it's true, but yeah, there's something about it's just...
I imagine I already told you guys about the guy that the neighborhood where pets were disappearing everywhere, dogs were disappearing, and it's because some guy was capturing them and making empanadas out of them and selling it to the neighbors. I know I told that story. Not only were they eating dogs when they thought they weren't, they thought they were eating, you know, cow, they were eating their own pets. Jesus Christ. Anyway, there are two competing theories on this one. The one Carl said, and one referencing the Cat o' Nine Tails whip used by the British Navy to punish sailors. Okay, I get it now. I was thinking, what the hell, what, but I get it, okay.
It's alright if it's true, but you know, there's something about it, it's just... I want to know more. He always leaves it... Is it Carl doesn't quench your thirst for knowledge, he creates more. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Well, yeah, he's like the pot noodle of information.
Yeah, do you know, he never... I want to go...
exact
I got
for
nourished
thought.
by it.
It's like if for every fact he tells me, there's 10 others that spring up that I
Yeah.
have to get clear.
Well, so it was the people that were doing this, it was the dodgy butchers that coined this phrase. Were they saying to each other, don't let the cat out the bag? I.e., what I mean by that, Jack, is don't let them see the cat.
Yeah.
What
yeah,
we've stuffed in there.
Yeah.
Dodgy butcher, that's another phrase, isn't it?
So that's the first one.
Is that a euphemism or is that dodgy butcher?
As his meat delivered round the back.
What is the kit? Why the put your kit on? Like, why is that the pun? Put your clothes on, we gotta go to the butcher's? Because the butcher was mobile? Or kit and cat? Kitty cat? It's probably kitty cat.
Sure.
So that's that one. So let's get your kit on.
What does that mean?
It's a euphemism for homosexuality.
Okay.
What?
Get your kit on.
What does that mean?
It's a euphemism for homosexuality.
Okay. And meat, presumably, in that means different things.
It doesn't. It's a word that is also a male
would it
bird.
mean chicken or cat necessarily in that context? Or well, I suppose it could.
Yeah. Carl's look at him. Carl looks at you like a cat.
Yeah.
Whenever we leave him behind, if we don't talk like straight at him and let him see our lips moving, and it's monosyllabic and very down. Look, he's lost in that conversation there. He just drifted off, didn't you, Carl?
No, I just was also thinking on animals and that. Something else I was going to use.
Go on.
Was
This isn't a radio show, is it? I just suddenly caught myself. This is nothing.
I told you that before. It's been bad today.
No, but I mean, it's the way, this casual way that it's like we almost have no regard for our listener. And I'm not proud of that. I just don't know what to do about it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to do this properly. I mean...
Clearly.
We're just chatting here. I mean, it's only Anderson
Play
who's
more
seen
music.
to us. And that surprises me, that more people haven't... I mean, what are the figures like? Do people listen to this show?
I'll find out for you.
You keep saying that.
But, yeah, there's this parrot. And, apparently, it lives
I mean, Rick, it's unique, if nothing else. I mean, when you wake up with Woken tomorrow, you're not even going to hear him start a line with there.
How many people today are listening to radio shows 22 years ago? Ah, see? Success. It's like... It's like that thing about artists only being successful after they die. The other day, there was a joke on Cheers, and they were talking about this upcoming artist that was so good. And it's like, how is he so good if he's not even dead yet? Like, they only get famous after death. So, I mean, maybe not in the moment. I don't know how many people. Dude, a lot of people are listening, though, because when they do the Rockbusters, they get a bunch of emails like that, too. So people are apparently listening. But I think it's a testament to how freaking entertaining and fun these are that 22 years later, I mean, this is... Not only is it popular and people are still listening to it, people have re-listened to this a bajillion times over. They'll just finish it when I read in the comments. People are just like, I go through it once and then I start over. It's amazing.
This parrot tomorrow, you're not even going to hear him start a line with there was this parrot.
Go on, there was this parrot, yeah, go on.
And it can talk and that. Someone's obviously, taught it out how to speak and that. And, it flew away, and it's living in this church, right? And people are at the church doing hymns and that, and then
Trouble's brewing.
In between the hymns.
That parrot was owned by an old miner who used to swear a lot.
Yeah. Well,
then the vicar is going to be really annoyed. That vicar's going to go on.
I just hope it stays quiet, Rick, during the vicar's sermons.
Yeah, go on.
Have you read it?
No, go on.
Have you read it?
No,
Go on,
no,
go on.
because that's what happens.
Go
right?
on, tell us, Carl.
During the hymns, it's sort of effing and jeffing and stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone's like going, oh, you know, it's quite funny, really, you know, it doesn't know what it's doing. Everyone's having a laugh.
Yeah.
But it's causing a havoc at funerals.
When did this happen?
Not years ago.
John was a much-loved man.
He was a wanker!
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that was another
What
story.
can
that
you say about Uncle John?
Bollocks.
Oh,
Oh, the laugh sounded like a door creaking.
Bollocks.
The end sounded like a squeaky hinge. There was a video that went viral like years ago of a guy that was working out. He had a house and he was working out in his garage, like fixing up his car and stuff. And you can hear screams, like it was like a lady screaming, "Help, help, let me out, let me out." And the guy just like kept working on his car, right? And some neighbor called the cops, and the cops came. And the guy was like, "Oh my God, what are you guys doing here?" Like, we got a call that there's a woman screaming in your house. And, oh yeah, hold on, let me get her. And it was a parrot that was just screaming, "Help, help!" Just like it sounded very human, very creepy. And the cops laughed and left. And then in the comments, everybody's like, "Okay, but where did the parrot pick that up? Like that should have been alarming to the cops anyway. Why is that? Because, you know, parrots repeat. So why were they repeating that? Like, that's messed up. And they just like laughed it off and and left. No, dude, like freaking raid the basement. What are you doing? Something in that house is clearly not okay. So yeah. Anyway.
oh, God. Oh, Carl, I love the fact that when you look at things, you go, "That's interesting. A parrot swears at funerals."
That'd be a nightmare.
And it stays with you. You see, for a simple man, you retain an awful lot of knowledge. It's just all rubbish.
all
Do you know what I mean? If you just replaced all this
Same.
rubbish with good stuff, you'd be an
Good stuff doesn't
intellectual.
stick.
Really. Because, I mean, your retention is fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
Did I lose you again there, did I?
So
Was it the word retention?
we've still got Wash Up With You.
yeah. Should we play a record and do Wash Up With You?
Yeah, we'll play
Yeah,
a bit of Aqualung then.
Aqualung. Alright, that's Aqualung. Good time's gonna come, innit? Right, Carl, come on in, educating Ricky. So, don't let the cat out of the bag, that's where that comes from. Comes from a crafty butcher. Right, go on then.
So the next little headline is Wash Up With You.
Wash Up With You, go on.
You want to know about
Yes.
that? It's a survey that they did. This week.
They.
Some university did some
cares?
survey.
Brilliant.
Did a world test on
Yeah.
washing up.
Yeah.
And each country were given 140 pots to clean. Brits were the quickest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turkey were the slowest at washing up.
The Turks.
It's not because the little fellas that work in the kitchens with no... Is it?
They can't reach.
Spain were the cleanest, and the Germans were pretty good as well. So
I don't know where to start with this.
Yeah, that's-
Honestly, Steve, I don't know where to start with that.
I
Look at his
told you
face.
it was really light, right? We've had the parrot, right? These are things that I found. Found the parrot, right? I've told you about the dog in the car wash.
Right, you didn't tell me about that. You said there's a car wash for a dog. That's all you told me.
Yeah,
the
but there's-
parrot, you said there's a parrot. What? It's a problem at funerals.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's nothing. It's nothing. Do you understand?
And
They used to eat cats.
what else have we got? There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Why?
There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Now I'm interested. Why?
Tap
dancing?
Why?
I didn't write that
He's
much
trying
down
to
about
break
it.
Roy Castle's record. He's still going.
Come on, what is it?
That's
What
a
is it?
lot.
It's an elephant, and it was really.
Whoa. Damn. Impressive.
Think.
All right.
He's still going.
Come on, what is it? What is it? Think.
It's an elephant, and it was really old. It was about 76.
Right.
And it had sore feet. because it's old and
They don't make stair lifts that big, do they?
Roads are bad and that.
Yeah, go
so they said, what are we going to do? And the town was like, oh, you know, we're used to seeing it around. It's part of the thing, you know. We don't want it to have sore feet. Yeah. So they got some slippers made for it. And it had like a picture of the elephant looking happy wearing some slippers.
I love him! I love Carl, his world! Where did you see this picture?
That was on the internet.
Right.
That's a lesson, though, for any elephants listening. You know, don't wear stilettos to work every day, because you can do your feet in.
Yeah.
So that
But
it's
don't elephants have really bad memories?
no, they're really good
No.
memories.
Oh, do they?
Oh, do they? Unlike me. You know how he said stilettos can really mess up your feet? My feet are garbage. I am 31 and I spent maybe 15 years straight. Maybe less. 10 years straight wearing nothing. And I mean nothing but Converse. Converse were not designed for feet, people. Converse were designed to look pretty in pictures, and that is it, like on a poster on your wall. That's it. Those boots are not made for walking. They are horrible, and they just fudged up my feet so bad. I can't really wear anything. I can't wear Converse anymore. They hurt too. But no, dude, they messed up my feet so bad, and I'm so pissed. So, if you're a youngin' listening, don't wear Converse. If you're not a youngin' listening, but you have a youngin' of your own that wants to wear Converse, don't let them wear Converse. They ruin your feet, people. The feet are important, all right? Like, they freaking hold you up all day. You got to take care of them, and apparently you got to take care of them from a young age, because if you're stupid when you're young, you know, you pay for it later. And that's what I'm doing right now. So, just, you know, word for the wise or whatever.
Yeah.
Memories.
No, they're really good memories.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
do
good
they?
then. No, I just thought they'd forget where they put them. I thought there was something about elephants having bad memories and that.
So you'd be losing your slippers?
Where's my slippers?
Yeah.
I'm sure I left them by the test.
So, sorry, there's an elephant walking around wearing slippers?
Yeah, that's in
What
India.
kind of slippers? Those sort of old man ones with the sort of checkered
well, round
design.
ones, I imagine.
Yeah.
Big round ones.
There was that going on.
And is it happening? Is it happier? I mean,
Is it happier? That's so cute. I don't understand exactly how slippers would help ankle problems. Because I thought elephants' feet were like, well, I've seen before, maybe I'm misinformed, but I thought like the base of their feet is like extra squishy, like spongy, because they're huge animals and, you know, impact and all that. So I thought they came with like their natural own foamy, just I can't find the word, but soles. There you go, foamy soles. So I'm curious as to how slippers will make that better. Maybe I need to get some elephant slippers.
does it?
That going on.
And is it happening? Is it happier? I mean, does it feel
No,
more
it
satisfying?
looked it.
Did it look? How can you tell? How can you tell? If the elephant's
Of course,
pleased?
it was
What
smiling.
else is
Duh.
there? There was a woman who's had a breast insured for 150 grand.
Right.
That's a lot.
Any
Okay, it's
more
what?
information there?
What? Third party fire and theft?
Don't know. It had a picture of her with them, like, you know, out. I just thought, yeah, you should get them covered.
He's done another real joke!
Brilliant, that's a proper joke.
He's little fighting smiles.
I'd
real
like to see you
joke.
on one of the sort of TV panel games. If they could bring back sort of celebrity squares, I think
Yeah.
it'd be amazing as the centre square.
Oh, that would be
Wouldn't that be
incredible.
extraordinary? Or on that countdown in Dictionary Corner.
I imagine him in Dictionary
Well, I've
Corner.
come up
Oh,
with
that never
cat.
happened, did it? That would be amazing. Can you imagine him on Wilty? Oh. I feel like, okay, now he's maybe, you know, older and I think he's acting now and stuff, but I feel like, yes, they did An Idiot Abroad and he did apparently Sick of It. Haven't seen that one yet. Did The Moaning of Life. That one was fun. He did some stuff, right? But I feel like they didn't exploit his career enough. I feel like he should have been on all the panel shows and he should have been just like guest starring everywhere. Because the guy is comedy gold. He's proved it time and time again. He's so fun. And I feel like he just would have made so many. He just would have elevated a bunch of episodes of Countdown, Cats Down, Would I Lie to You? The one, what's the Buzzicks or the Buzzcocks or whatever? The one about music. Especially since he was on I have to read it. XFM. That one, what is it called? What about the Buzzcocks? I don't know, but you know, the music one. Like, there's so many things he could have been on, and to my knowledge, he hasn't been on anything. The thing he has been a bunch of times on is interviews in the Sunday breakfast brunch, Sunday brunch. But it's just like silly little interviews. But I feel like panel shows should have been calling him up left and right. He would have been amazing.
Him in
Countdown
Same.
in Dictionary
Just
Corner.
a shame.
I imagine him in Dictionary
Well,
Corner.
I've come up
Wasted.
with cat, if that helps at all.
Yeah. Memblent.
Yeah, what does that mean, Carl?
Just anything you want it to mean. Oh, what I've got. There's a dog that's got a cough in Singapore because it smokes 20 a day. Right, okay.
Why are we
one.
getting Scottish?
No, it's the last one in it, so
Yeah.
we'll save it. The last one we've got is where I don't think
Sorry,
it's-
what was that? Wash up with you? That was it. But was that it? Survey of washing pots and
I
pans.
didn't understand. You said Italy were the cleanest.
No, Spain.
No, Brits were the quickest.
Yeah.
We were the quickest, but Italy was the
Spain
cleanest.
was the cleanest.
Turkey were the slowest.
Yeah.
Spain were the cleanest.
But why weren't we clean then? Because we were washing up. Why were we not paying attention to the
We
bits
did it
of fluid
rubbish. We
whistle?
did it quick.
We did it quickly, but I don't understand why it was being rated on.
Who was doing it? Was it Lynette Newman or Ainsley Harriott?
She's quick. Both of them are quick.
You know when he started saying this place was the quickest, this place, I thought the cleanest was going to be Japan. Like, Japan has that fame for being squeaky clean. Maybe Japan wasn't in the survey. If you don't actually do it with every country in the world, is that survey even valid?
They've got like.
Or Ainsley Harriott.
She's quick. Both of them are quick.
Yeah.
Well, they've got like kind of loads of slaves that do it for them.
Did we use Fairy Liquid?
Don't know. It didn't have
Did we
all
use
that.
a whole bunch of Boy Scouts?
Didn't say that. Just
like
said, it just said, you know, that.
Who had the softest hands? Who had the softest hands?
So it didn't say. I didn't.
Why is it we don't get notified that this is taking place?
I don't know.
When I was a kid, no one ever said, you know, we need recruits because we're doing a survey on who can
Right.
wash up
Yeah.
the quickest.
Are you disappointed in yourself with that one, Carl?
It is pretty dull, to be fair, and that is why we've got to bring in either con merchant
Okay.
or a wine merchant.
Or shut up at your face?
Yeah.
Would you be able to, if I put you on the spot in the next, sort of after the next record, would you be able to give an example of how con merchant would work? I mean, is there something you could do just to sort of experiment
Should we play a
there?
record? Should we play a record?
Play a
I've
jingle,
got a
what do you
cough.
reckon,
I can do better than that.
What?
Ads.
Go on.
Oh.
Travis on XFM 104.9 on Ricky
Fair
Gervais with
enough.
me, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. We're doing Educating Ricky. Right, final one. Come on, Carl.
Right. What was it? It was.
What was it? He's
Why don't you just
bothered.
get a diary or some paper or something to write on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Snappy.
I couldn't think of a heading for it. It's basically
Go on.
people who have tattoos have never understood it, right? That they have something put on their arm.
Right, sorry. Have we started the educate? Is this part of it? Are you educating me? This is something that will be useful in my life that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Go on then.
No, it's just that they've got a machine out, right? That does tattoos.
Tattoos.
You come up with a design you want.
I love when he
and
giggled.
You come up with a design you want, and you sort of this machine scans it, and you put your arm in this thing, and you press print or whatever, and then it does the tattoo on your hand or on your
What, like
arm.
loads of little needles that follow a pattern?
Yeah,
computer, is it?
basically, yeah.
Is it a real tattoo? It's a proper.
It's a proper one. The fella said,
Well, as long as it goes out, it pierces the skin with a.
I just wondered if it's
ink.
one of those kind of, you know, those kind of.
No,
two-layer
it must be lots of little needles or a moving needle that can go
Sorry,
along
but
it.
how is this cleaned, like, in between each person?
Thank you. That was my first question.
probably, I don't know.
Well, no, as long it's only that if it's one needle, it's just the head, isn't it?
I imagine this doesn't exist anymore because that sounds bonkers for so many reasons. But
If it's one needle that moves and does it like like loads of little.
No,
What are we
it just
gaining from
carves
a
you.
machine doing it.
Just because you know they're going to sort of mess it up.
But hold on, how do you keep your arm still? Because your skin moves slightly. It's the machine
it's sort of strapped to your arm.
Right,
And
so
the
it's
fella,
spread-
I mean,
so
the fella said that the tricky thing was in all this, it was the fact
placement.
that you know, nobody would let him test it out on anyone else, so he had to do it himself.
But did it work? Because the thing is with a tattoo
works,
artist, they can see when your skin's moved and they can see what they've done and they keep wiping it and looking, whereas a machine's just got to trust itself. So I think one needle could go wrong. If it was a lot of needles, that it just came down, like, you know, 1,000 needles that was an imprint.
Yeah.
But
No,
obviously I'm asking...
Oh, I've seen they have made, like, you know, when a store or a company or something isn't doing so well and they try to come out with any stupid, bonkers, crazy idea to try to attract people, and most of the ideas are trash. Well, I saw a tattoo place the other day that they were making novelty tattoo stamps. Yes, you heard that correctly. They were about this big, and it was a stamp. The particular one I saw was like a little skull, like in dots, and it's just a bunch of needles lined up to shape the skull, and you basically put it on and you go wha! And then you have to take it off because all the needles are now in your skin. You have to peel it off extremely painfully. And the result is absolute crap. And it just hurt a lot. Permanent scarring. Very little imagery. And just totally whack. So I imagine that's not going to catch on. But what the hell? Why? What? Like, that's one of those things that when you're writing them up, you should say, nah, this won't work. It's stupid. But, obviously they charge for them. The particular video I saw, the guy that paid, it was extremely expensive because it was a novelty item. The guy was so mad. Like, you know when you get a terrible haircut and you just hate it and you kind of have to act like, oh, thank you, this is just what I wanted. And you know for a couple, months your life is ruined and you can't go outside anymore. Something like that. Like, you could see on his face that he was devastated and he was like, yeah, that's cool, yeah. Awful. Anyway.
Someone who's hasn't delved, but obviously I'm asking someone who's hasn't delved any further than there's a machine that can give you a tattoo. That's all you've got at the moment, isn't it?
Well, basically.
That's all you've got.
I mean, that's what I've got because I'm not a fan of tattoos. I don't.
But where did you read this again?
This was
internet.
This was on the internet. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just don't understand why people do it. That's what got me attention. Because me.
Sorry, what have I learned from this?
That if you wanted to get one, you can get one done by a machine now. People say machines are sort of taking over and that, and there's another one. But it's just the fact. I mean, I don't know.
So give us the snappy title of this education again.
Why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write it on? That's what I always think when I see people with loads of tattoos. Like there's that fella who we were talking about the other week in Scotland who was covered 99% in tattoos. It's just like, what have you done that for?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't get rid of it now. You've done it now.
Yeah.
One of my uncles, right, Tattoo Stan, he's just caked in them.
Tattoos.
Right. I don't think he's my proper uncle, but it's just like my dad's got.
Tattoo Stan.
No, my dad's
that's a province in Russia, isn't it?
My dad's got loads of mates who.
When you say he's not your proper uncle,
do you know, like when someone comes around, you're alright, Uncle Stan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And there was my dad had loads of mates like that. There was John the Screw.
Right. So he either works in a prison or he likes to have sex.
Cabbie. Cab driver.
Of course.
Okay. There was Jimmy the Hat. I don't know what he did.
Jimmy the Hat?
Yeah. And,
did he wear a hat?
No.
No.
There was Fred the Veg.
You sure he wasn't a relative?
Dude! My brother has a friend. Well, I guess I can say he's a friend. I have a friend. Whatever, doesn't matter. His nickname is the Aviator. And when I asked him, where did you get that nickname? He said, yeah, it makes no sense. It's one time when I was really little, I was running really fast, and my uncle said, you're running like an aviator. What? Since when do aviators run fast? Isn't an aviator a pilot? What does that have to do with running? Like, I was so confused. And I looked at him like, how does that? And he's like, yep, exactly. And apparently it's been like 20 years, and that's still his nickname. Nicknames are fun, aren't they?
Fred the Veg.
He wasn't a relative.
Sorry.
Fred the Veg used to get us like big bags of potatoes and that.
Fred Veg, okay.
And there was Tattoo Stan.
Right.
And he was just caked in them. And I used to always look at him thinking, why have you done that? I must have only been like, you know, 6
I
or
suppose
7.
if you're born with a name like Tattoo Stan,
Exactly.
you're destined, aren't you,
were
really?
they like a 1950s gang?
I'm worried
just
about...
like,
I'm
Who
worried
were
about...
doing a bank job?
What was his name? The Hat? What was his name?
Jimmy the Hat.
I'm worried about Jimmy the Hat.
Yeah.
Not having a hat.
I don't understand
Are
it.
you sure he didn't have a hat?
Not when I met him.
Did he ever wear a hat?
I didn't see him that much.
Do you think it was a joke, like, you know, when your mate's sort of like, you know, 8 foot and huge, you call him Little
Tiny.
John or Tiny? Do you think...
Well,
do
the
you
fact
think-
that he never wore
Yeah,
a
they
hat.
went, hold on, I've noticed something about Jim. Go on. No hat. And I go, oh, true, let's call him Jim the Hat.
Jimmy the Hat, yeah. But me Uncle Stan, he had like loads of them. He did them himself.
Am I the only one that, to me, it sounds like a word for, you know, stupid or the moron or the idiot? Like, the hat? It sounds to me like a low intelligence kind of thing. Like, to not call him Jim the Idiot. It's more Jim the Hat. Like, it's lighter, but that's where it came from. I don't know. I don't know where I'm getting this, but that's how I feel about that particular one.
Dear.
Had like loads of them. He did them himself.
Oh dear.
And it was always that thing.
God, what was it things like?
It was, he had like the
cross.
cut here,
Cut
one
here,
on
made
the
in
neck.
Britain.
And if you're going to do them yourself, I'd say at least make sure you're sort of a good drawer.
Yeah.
And don't do it in the mirror so it comes out backwards.
Well,
There you
that
go.
was the other thing. But, like, I remember he did, I mean, names are alright. He had, like, all his kids' names down his arm. And,
What were they called?
Yeah.
oh, God, it's...
Tattoo Stan Jr.
Yeah.
And,
Paul shits the bed.
I'm trying to...
Oh, Wobby Kate.
yeah.
But he had,
Frankie never amounts to anything.
That's a long one.
Oh, God.
so he had, like,
Yeah. Johnny, I don't think he's mine.
so he did all this... I don't even know why I'm telling you about tattoos.
No, nor do I, Carl.
Hey,
to be honest.
What?
About tattoos.
No, nor do I, Carl.
Hey,
my
to
God.
be honest.
I don't know if maybe you just have to picture this. But my sister had to take a photo once. She was working in like a factory, not to denigrate people who work in factories, but there happened to be a particularly oddball, kind of lank-haired, weird guy living, working in this factory, and he did his own tattoos, and she took a photo of it because she was so extraordinary. He'd drawn it himself. Now bear in mind, it was the kind of thing you saw when you were doing art when you were like 15. This is the sort of person who designed their own like heavy rock album cover.
Yeah.
He's that sort of person. So, I mean, like,
Was it
he
a
knew how to
dragon
draw.
with breasts?
You're not far off, Rick.
No.
You're not far off. I'll tell you what it was. He had this tattooed on his back. It took up his entire back. She took a photo of it for me. He drew it himself. He had it tattooed himself, and it was just too much detail. Too much detail for a tattoo. It needs to be fairly simple, I think, to make a
Yeah.
tattoo. It was... It was a naked female vampire having a shower.
Why was she having a shower?
Having a shower. That's why she was naked.
Yeah.
And so she was
She'd been
beautiful
out.
woman.
She was presumably.
She'd been out that night.
Been out. A
Yeah.
lot of blood. Wanted to
Yeah,
just-
well, she was naked, so you could see
Very
her,
weird
her
tattoo.
naked body.
Yeah.
She's quite a beautiful vampire,
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Although the symmetry of her face was somewhat off.
Yeah.
The only thing I think that gave
Well,
it
he had
away
a bad spine.
was that she did have some pointed teeth. I
Right.
think that was how you knew she was a vampire.
Right. Was she looking?
But the fact that she was having a shower was
Yeah, that
very
is
specific,
weird, isn't it?
But he sort of drawn in all
he
the...
said to the eye, listen, I want a naked bird, right? But I don't want it to be gratuitous. And he goes, well, you can put her in the shower, because then they went, pop her in the shower.
That at least gives some kind
Yeah,
of
that's the
justification for
plot,
her
that's the
nudity,
plot.
yeah.
I mean, it's justified within the story if she's in a shower. Sure, okay, yeah, we'll have that. Carl,
So,
yeah.
You know what's fun? Even if the guy's mindset was kind of pervy to get a naked lady on his back, I mean, it's not something you can, like, enjoy. Like, you know? You can't really see it. And even the mirror is kind of wonky. Kind of it's not... You know what I mean? I will not elaborate further, but you know what I mean.
Okay. Any other nicknames your friends of your family had?
What was your nickname, Carl?
Just Pilkey, really.
Because for a minute I thought Carl the Veg would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, kind of veg. And why has your dad got a little tattoo, Dopey Twat, on his arm?
Right, we'll do the answers to Rockbusters next, yeah?
Brilliant. Buzzcocks. Still sounds brilliant, that.
It is a
They're
cracker.
from Manchester as well, Carl. So they've got a little bit of pride there, eh?
I think one of them's one of my mate's dads.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
What's his nickname?
Well, his name was... I don't really want to say his name.
Oh, okay.
Laurie, his first name was.
Yeah. Still is, probably.
Yeah. He was a good
And,
lad.
well, you know those little fellas at school that didn't know each other, weren't related and weren't friends because it would be too obvious,
I
that
love
they
how
had
they
webbed,
go back to this always.
hands and big heads.
Yeah.
What were they, did they have any nicknames?
Again, too obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, oh, big head, or, you know...
Sure.
Oh, I bet you're good at juggling, or...
Frog
fine.
twins.
Yeah.
Can I just interrupt you guys, because we've just had an email here. I hate to query you, Carl, and your educating Ricky section, because I know you put a lot... Don't read this, let me just read it for you. Just had an email here from Olivia, and this has also been corroborated by someone else, I forget who it was. She just tuned in, and she just heard you explaining the expression, letting the cat out of the bag.
Sure.
It's all to do with cats that were put in bags by dodgy butchers.
Just
possibly
now.
the 17th century, we're not too sure. Anyway, she claims... Well, let me see, she says, she uses both the words twaddle and crap. In relation to your definition. She says letting the cat out of the bag is an old shipping expression from when sailors used to get flogged for their misdemeanours. The cat
Letting the
is
cat,
the
of
cat
course
of
it is.
nine tails,
Of
which
course it
is
is.
a kind of whip thing that they used to keep hanging in a bag below deck. If it was discovered that a sailor had done something wrong, the cat would be let out of the bag and he'd get a whipping. Hence,
Of course it is.
don't let the cat out.
Okay. Sure, that makes sense, all of it. But why was it necessary to keep the whip in a bag? Can't you just have a hook on the wall to keep the whip? Why did it need to be in a bag? Did it come in a bag? Like when you buy a tennis racket and it comes with the racket-shaped thing? Or is it for easy? It's pretty easy to transport a whip. It's just like a rope. You just circle and over the shoulder. But okay.
The bag, meaning to cover something up to keep
She's
it secret.
talking nonsense,
No,
right?
she's not. That's the truth. That's the
The
truth.
one I read about that was there's not enough room in here to swing a cat, right? And that was people who worked on a boat.
Yeah, well,
and
that's
they
the
had a
same one.
whip.
Well, that's fine. They
It's
could
the
have two
same one.
expressions for the
They're not
same
going to
thing.
keep going on about people working on a boat to get loads of sailors.
You can't have two phrases about the same thing.
Can't
They're
these
not
sailors
going
have
to
got
be going.
nothing to do with their time.
Think how many-
They're just coming up with stuff.
Think
like
how
that.
many metaphors have birds in them, and you know, it's ridiculous. Why can't you have? You can have as many sounds as you
Oh,
like
the
about
sigh of
anything, Carl.
frustration.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
not a rule.
Whatever.
They don't go. We've made one
Whatever.
up about the cat and nine tails.
Well, cheers for that, Oliver.
Oliver.
Olivia. Don't see your email coming up with the Rockbusters answers, so let's,
You better give us the answers
let's
again.
give them out.
I love how salty he is. He can't take critique at all. Like, yeah, there are ways and ways of saying things, sure, but I love how salty he gets.
The first one was, you've been dunking that for too long. That
Yeah.
was LB.
Limp biscuit.
Limp Biscuit.
Yeah, got that one. Yeah.
Fudgesicles. I even said biscuit, and I said soggy. There needs to be an L word for soggy. God dang it. I know that band. I love that band. I should have gotten that one. I am mad at myself. Limp Bizkit. That's great.
The third one, we'll
I was
jump to that
close.
one because you've got it.
Ish.
Well, I've had a rubbish day, so...
Wait, now I'm going to think about it. Because I could have gotten that one. Damn it. I am mad about Limp Bizkit. Jeez. Okay. All right. I don't know.
I'm happy it's all over. That was GK.
That's a great one.
That's
Gladys Knight.
Glad it's night. Glad it's night. That's
See,
why that is
I
I
brilliant.
told you
And
it
the
had to
one
do with
that,
night,
you're
but
both
I
having a
didn't.
problem with.
I never heard of that one. That band. So
You won't be able to play that game in this pub. The table ain't big enough. FD.
Fire
one,
darts.
Fats Domino. Yeah?
never
What?
heard of that.
Dominoes. You played dominoes in a pub. the domino's fat. Pub tables are quite small. You won't be able to play that game in this pub. Fat's domino.
Rubbish.
So, do you want to pick a winner? Random
Rubbish.
Winner?
Well,
Random winner?
you say it's rubbish, but plenty
I
of
like
people got the
fire
right
darts
answer.
better.
Rubbish.
Who do you want to go with?
The bunch of slightly
Basically.
rubbish prizes is going to Elliot K from Chigwell in Essex. Well done to Elliot.
I'll just, before we go, can we just get an email off Anders? Because I think he must, I think we've probably turned him round with this show.
I'd have thought so.
I think he's going to be saying,
Sure thing.
coming to us with his tail between his legs, saying, sorry lads, a blinding show, I was wrong, you were right.
Yeah.
They deserve
Yeah.
a silver now.
All right.
Song for the Lovers is very exciting this week.
Yeah, we haven't had a song for the lovers or the ladies for quite some time. Let's
Yeah,
combine the two.
sorry,
And a bit
sorry,
of John Martin, May You Never. Let's end with
Beautiful
that this week.
track.
So we're combining. It's song for the lesbians. That's very
See you
specific.
next time.
See ya.
Martin, May You Never. Let's end with that this
Beautiful
week. We'll
track.
see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Cute. Thank you. This was so much fun. You know what's fun? It was a very fun episode, but it was on the weaker side. But that's somehow they managed to make the weaker episodes even more entertaining because they're constantly saying how bad it is. Like they're very aware of it, so it just becomes extremely entertaining as well. Anyway, that was really fun. So thank you so much, Rusty Dog. I loved I love the video at the beginning. That was so good. Again, I need that video. I need that just that video. Very fun. Thank you for all the effort. Thank you for all this too. It's so cute to see them like this. Thank you for all the effort and time and just everything you put into it. It's amazing. I'm very, very grateful. Anyway, beautiful humans, it's over. I'm gone. I am old. No, it's okay. I feel good. I just can't believe I can't believe 30's gone. And now I'm basically 40. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. Anyway, I'll live it down. Beautiful humans, I love you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everything. Oh, I didn't mention this. I was just so hyped up in all my stuff. But in a little bit, there's going to be an extra video today in a little while. So keep your eye out for that, all right? I told you guys I was writing Rockbusters. I was writing my own Rockbusters, so I made a little thing of it, all right? So eyes peeled for that. It'll be in, I don't know, in a little while. Whatever. But, yeah, that's a-coming. Ha! See? Stay tuned. See, that's how you do it, Carl. You get them hooked. Beautiful humans, I am off. Thank you for absolutely everything. You guys are always amazing. Even my Dickie Anders. Anders or Andersons? I don't know. I can't remember anymore because my memory is trash because I am not an elephant. Anyway, see you soon.